The most bizarre day on Westminster Abbey's calendar for Charles's first Commonwealth Day as King was marked by Kiwi conch-blowers and Maori dancers. Subscribe, like and share our channel for latest royal news across the globe. Do not miss to press the bell icon below to get the latest video. This is the only title he currently holds that must be earned rather than simply inherited. Consequently, the new Commonwealth Head was determined to make an impression on his first Commonwealth Day as leader. The King told a 2,000-strong congregation in Westminster Abbey yesterday afternoon, "I draw great strength from her example, along with all that I have learned from the extraordinary people I have met, throughout the Commonwealth, over so many years, in order to succeed Her Majesty as head of the Commonwealth." The organization's titular headship is not inherited. On the other hand, it was almost 5 years ago that the heads of state of the Commonwealth countries unanimously decided at their summit in 2018 that the Prince of Wales at the time should take over for the Queen. Yesterday's unusual event was that the King was personally delivering the Commonwealth Day message from the Abbey pulpit. The late Queen would either pre-record or issue her annual message as a written statement. The King was demonstrating the seriousness with which he intends to assume this role by delivering a speech that simultaneously served as a sermon and a pledge to an organization that covers almost a third of the world's population. He was also referring to the extensive personal knowledge he brings to a well-known organization with a wide range of members. He went on to say, "The Commonwealth has been a constant in my own life, but its diversity still amazes and inspires me. Our highest ambition is required by its nearly limitless potential as a force for good in the world, its sheer magnitude forces us to unite and act boldly." There were also nods to the speeches he had given before on environmental topics when he was Prince of Wales. When he became king, those who decreed that he would have to swear silence on such matters have been proven wrong. He continued, "The Commonwealth has an incredible opportunity and responsibility to create a truly durable future, one that offers the kind of prosperity that is in harmony with nature and that will also secure our unique and only planet for generations to come." He added, "The Commonwealth has an incredible opportunity and responsibility." His remarks were in line with those of the other speaker at yesterday's service, a young environmental activist from Samoa who pleaded for greater support for small island nations at the forefront of climate change. The current year's nunnery administration had the special reward of being gone to buy an additional layer of worldwide pioneers since London is facilitating the current week's meeting of Ward Unfamiliar Priests. It had been postponed due to the Queen's death, but it was supposed to take place at the United Nations in the fall. The Abbey service, the last major event before the coronation in May, featured pop music, dancing, and traditional ceremony. The most bizarre event on the Abbey's calendar is always Commonwealth Day. Kiwi conch-blowers and a swaying Maori chorus welcomed the King and Queen consort, effectively drowning out a small group of protesters on the other side of the road. The Prince and Princess of Wales, the Princess Royal, Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence, and the new Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, all members of the new, working, royal family, attended the event with the King. The order of service referred to them as the Earl and Countess of Wessex, because their elevation to the dukedom was still relatively recent. Subscribe, like and share our channel for latest royal news across the globe. Do not miss to press the bell icon below to get the latest video.
The King said at a Westminster Abbey service that the Commonwealth can be a force for good by promoting values like tolerance, respect, and solidarity. Lord Charles was talking at the yearly Republic Day administration in London, the first starting from the start of his rule. Additionally, the King recalled the significance of the Commonwealth to his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. He received the customary New Zealand Maori greeting of touching noses when he arrived at the service. Lord Charles featured the 56 ward nations had a consolidated populace of 2.6 billion, about 33% of the world's aggregate. He stated, peace and justice, collective efforts could advance its defining values. Respect, tolerance, and solidarity take care of our surroundings and our most vulnerable members. The King addressed approximately 2,000 UK and Commonwealth guests, including Camilla, the Queen Consort, the Prince of Wales, Catherine, Princess of Wales, politicians, religious leaders, and Commonwealth Games athletes. A rendition of a Bob Marley song, readings from representatives of Christian, Muslim, Sikh, and Jewish denominations, and performers from Rwanda literally dancing in the aisles all contributed to the service's strong emphasis on diversity. However, the King's new tenure as head of the Commonwealth is likely to be fraught with difficulties, including those related to issues like colonialism, the legacy of slavery, and human rights in member countries. Peter Tatchell protested against the lack of rights for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in many Commonwealth countries outside the Westminster Abbey service. Anti-monarchy activists also demonstrated as the royal family arrived. King Charles II expressed his personal sorrow over the suffering caused by the slave trade in a speech he gave to Commonwealth leaders in Rwanda last year. He added that each state had the option of remaining monarchies or becoming republics. The question of whether the Commonwealth will remain the UK's top diplomatic priority will be raised. The government will choose the locations in Europe for the King's symbolic first state visits, which will serve to establish relationships with France and Germany. However, in his speech at the Commonwealth Day service, he argued that the Commonwealth would be stronger if its diverse cultures were brought together. We will discover many of the solutions we seek by listening to one another. This nose-touching greeting is called hongi. The hongi is a traditional Maori greeting in New Zealand that involves the pressing of noses and foreheads together. It is a deeply symbolic and meaningful gesture that represents the exchange of breath and the sharing of the breath of life, known as ha in Maori. The hongi is typically accompanied by a spoken greeting, such as kia ora, which means hello or welcome in Maori. It is commonly performed at formal events, such as weddings and other ceremonies, as well as in everyday interactions between Maori people. The hongi is an important aspect of Maori culture and serves as a way of acknowledging the connection and unity between people. Subscribe, like and share our channel for latest royal news across the globe. Do not miss to press the bell icon below to get the latest video.